Hi, welcome to this presentation, and just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this, and also just invite you to get back with the person that shared this with you. So, what I want to do today, the goal today is to create a presentation and help people to become aware very quickly, very simply to a solution that they may be looking for. I've done so many other different presentations over the last 18 years with isogenics and get into more depth. But this one's going to be more just a quick solution on helping people to recapture their health, their energy, release some unwanted weight, but also address this inflation issue that's going on with food and the pain that people are feeling there. So let's just jump right into it. There's just three quick slides that I want to share just to kind of give you a visual as I go through this. I really do believe that our health and what's going on with the inflation right now are serious global challenges, and we're able to meet those head on. I've been with this company for 18 years now, coming up on 19, and I've done two of these shakes pretty much every day for the last 18 years, with a few exceptions, but it even goes on vacation with us because it's my nutrition, it's my meal, and I've habitualized it, and I love it, I crave it. It helps me to feel good. I released 53 pounds on it 18 years ago. And I also got rid of some unhealthy addictions that I needed in the way of not just cravings, but also energy. Like I was a mechanic and they used to call me rock star because I was always drinking a rock star energy drink. I used to drink 2 to 3 of them a day. Very unhealthy, very expensive. And I haven't had one since I've been on this shake. I have not had one sip of a rock star. And just financially, I've saved over $24,000. I've done the math just doing two a day. And then the other unhealthy cravings that went away as my body became healthy and became alkaline. You have healthier cravings, you feel more in control of your appetite, and really the science behind that is alkaline bodies crave alkaline food. And the unhealthy foods like macaroni and cheese and fast foods and processed foods and packaged foods are not really healthy for us. And so you just kind of lose the cravings for them, which means they're out of sight, out of mind. Even if you see them, you don't really even like go towards them because you're not craving them. So on this slide here, what we're looking at is per meal. There's 14 mils in this canister. It's 2 scoops, and you just mix it with ice and water, and you could put some things in there if you'd like some banana or whatnot. But $3.71 per meal. And with what I'm promoting, the Great Shake-Up, which is doing 2 meals a day for 28 days, we have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. So it gives you the opportunity to try it for the entire month. And if you're not satisfied for any reason, you can return it and get a full refund. But that's 56 meals for $208. And with where inflation is at right now, you really can't even get a bad meal for $3.71. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really being facetious, but I'm being pretty accurate in that statement. Like, this is from Walmart's website for a serving of macaroni and cheese. And really, I could eat that and I would still be hungry after I ate that. I'd have to have something else with it to get me satisfied. But it's $3.43. And if we're doing the Great Shake-Up, where I love doing my 2 shakes every day, I literally crave them and I look forward to them, which is such a different mindset, going from eating foods like this to using a shake as a complete meal and then actually enjoying it and then feeling like eating it, like you're looking forward to it. So, again, where I've done those and I enjoy doing it, I don't know that I'd enjoy doing two meals of macaroni and cheese every day for 28 days straight. And that's the thing about our shake, is that we do. And there's so many people that are doing this. Look at my granddaughter right here. She loves the shake. Anytime she's here and I'm drinking a shake, she wants some. This is me at 28 years old. Sorry about that. This is me at 28 years old, and that's me at 50, almost 6 years ago. And you look at the gal here in the wheelchair. In our clinical studies, we showed going up against a whole food diet where you're eating your whole foods in a whole food form, not processed food or going out to restaurants and fast food. But in this study, it was 6 months with no exercise. We released 4 times more fat and actually put on 4 times more lean muscle. So it helped build the body back up and strengthen it while losing the unwanted fat. And we can see that here with the gal in the wheelchair. And, so not only is it helping us to, put on the muscle and release the unwanted fat, but it's also helping our bodies to get healthier because the nutrition is in the shake that our bodies require, that are essential. So again, just comparing it to this macaroni and cheese meal, that's only about a $15 savings over the 56 meals, $192 compared to $208. And yet the benefits far outweigh, eating a macaroni and cheese, meal, especially if you're going to do it twice a day for 28 days. And then going out to eat now, the average meal, probably about $15 for a decent meal if you were to go out and get a full meal. If you're going to sit down at a restaurant, they're, it may be more expensive. Some places may be a little less expensive. But when it's a whole meal, $14-15 is about the minimum you're going to pay right now. In fact, when I go out to eat and I choose healthier meals, but it would still be considered a takeout meal, it's easily $20 and over. And I usually don't get a drink. I usually just have my own bottle of water already. In our clinical study, again, we outperformed whole food. And the reason why is because the nutritional value is in here where it's not in these. And that's why we see these kinds of transformations here. So another slide that I'd like to share just real quick is the clinical study where Dr. Paul Arciero did it. And he has over 90 published clinical studies. And his expertise and what he loves to do is see how the micronutrients and macronutrients support the human physiology, of the body. And he really likes to study with athletes as well. But this study was with non-athletes. It was going up against whole food, and it was people who were doing 2 shakes a day versus the group that was doing the whole food. And they had to stay in that lane. And we outperformed it. He said, had I not done the study, I wouldn't have believed the results that are here on paper that came out from this study that he did. It was a clinical study. It ended up in medical journals. That's a big deal, right? It's not a fly-by-night, something that, we're pulling the wool over people's eyes. This is literally a clinical that ended up in medical journals. In fact, it even caught the attention of the Mayo Clinic, who called Isagenix after that study because of the amazing performance that our meal replacement shake was able to provide for the human body. Not only was there a big difference between whole food and our meal replacement shake, but also Dr. Paul said that he had never seen these kind of results with the human body and how the human body was performing. So I go into those again. This is not to try and prove things and get into the details of that. I do that on other Zooms. This is more for just helping people to find a solution and just giving you some kind of credible evidence, but not in a deep format. What else? And the reason why we get the results like it shows here in 1953, well, it took 75 bowls of spinach in 2023 to get the same amount of nutritional value that used to be in one bowl of spinach in the 1950s. And it's not just with spinach. I go into more detail about that, but our soils don't contain these essential nutrients. But with a supplement, you can find a good source of nutrients and harvest them and then put them into your supplement. So we're supplementing what's not there. And so the 90 nutrients that our bodies need on a daily basis and more are in our supplemental meal replacement shake, where they're not in your whole foods. That's why we saw the difference in the results. And then the science and also the other added nutrients above and beyond the 90 is why we're getting such phenomenal results with the human body. And then also with athletes, Dr. Paul wanted to do one with athletes that were supplementing. So we show it on one side with whole food, but then a lot of people also supplement, but not all supplements are created equal. So they picked out of over 200 people that showed up, the top 40 that were supplementing and working out 6 to 7 days a week. And they were at the top of the pyramid of those that showed up. They were getting the best results. And they said, we're going to have you stop taking your supplements. We're going to have you take Isagenix, and we're going to have you work out less. And it was a 12-week study. And these top performing athletes at the top of their game created these kinds of results 14 times more lower body explosive power, 2 times more upper body strength. I mean, doubling a top performing athlete who was supplementing and working out 6 to 7 days a week, now working out like 5 days a week. Even the arterial stiffness, 5 times less, 5 times more upper body explosive strength. These were not with people that were couch potatoes and started working out. They were already supplementing. So what does that show here? That not all supplements are created equal. Sure, there's some great supplements out there, but look what the clinical study showed. And again, Dr. Paul said, I wouldn't have believed this. I expected better results with Isagenix because of what I saw in the other study, but I didn't expect anything like this. So just some quick social proof to share with you for people that are looking for a solution. And the final one is, it really comes down to our pocketbook. A lot of our decisions are made based on, can we afford it? Can we not afford it? And this meal compared to a takeout meal, there's no comparison. $3.71 compared to at least 15 bucks. But when we start looking at these different categories of nutrition and calories and satiating us and curbing our appetite and changing our cravings, you just crave more junk when you eat something like this. It's way too many calories and it doesn't satiate for 3, 4, 5 hours. And none of the cravings go away and our health isn't improving. And we see it again and again where all of those things that I just mentioned improve. We have positive results every time we put this into our body, guaranteed. But just the difference in the Great Shakeup doing 56 meals over a 28-day period, 2 meals a day, breakfast and dinner typically, $208. Try and put 56 meals in the grocery cart that are super healthy for you, gonna satiate, you crave them, you love them, your health is improving for $208. You can't do it. There's no way. But even over, like I was saying, like the macaroni and cheese meal, that's a $15 difference. You're only saving $15 by doing the macaroni and cheese. And most people are going to be buying fruits and vegetables that are insufficient, yet they cost more. And so the savings really is there with Isagenix. In this comparison, it's a $632 comparison. But I would say the average person replacing 2 meals a day at this point, because of inflation, I would say would save upwards of $300 or more. And when you start factoring in all the other things, like let's say you have a Starbucks habit and you either minimalize that habit or you don't go at all anymore, how much additional savings would you have on top of the grocery budget savings? So this is a message that's really worth sharing and for people to hear. And I wanted to keep it short and basically just for people who are already looking for solutions and haven't found that solution yet. What do you have to lose? It's a 30-day unconditional money back guarantee. And so get back with the person that shared this with you and, look forward to hearing about your journey someday.